to Waverley Abbey. Not quite there yet, got a few things to show you first of all. You can see one over here, part of a pillbox structure here as well, which goes in. Well fortified. These are things like this. 1940. Feel quite safe here if something's happening outside. And this looks like an old gunning point out towards the field. Quite a big building inside here. But well fortified roof, but amazing spot. As you've been going about your daily business, you probably spotted a few pillboxes dotted around the local area. They're actually part of a bigger network. It was actually called the GHQ, General Headquarters Line. It was a defence built by the United Kingdom during World War II to contain an unexpected German invasion. The British Army had abandoned most of its equipment in France after the Dunkirk evacuation, therefore decided to build a static system of defensive lines around Britain designed to protect the country and delay Germans long enough for more mobile forces for a counter-attack. Over 50 defensive lines were constructed across the country, named after a few different colours. After coastal defences, the GHQ line was the longest, most important, and designed to protect London, the industrial heart of Britain. It was considered the last chance defence. Right, onward towards the ruins. So outside the structure here is massive. So quite well fortified as well. Let's view that. Wow. We're quite early this morning as well. Nice bit of mist on the river over there, and in the background over here is the ruins. Takes that in a sec. And there's that gunnery position. That mist on the river, it's beautiful, isn't it? So this morning, well, it's actually about a week ago, thought to myself, where else can I shoot in Surrey? Thought, we spend a lot of time driving past places, and I think to myself, well, there must be a few places to sort of take photos of or fly and things like that near. A lot of people don't like the drone being up. As long as you're respectful with it, respect people's privacy, you're normally alright. I thought, why not try Waverley Abbey? Nice, quiet, peaceful place. I can see what's going on. Not many people know it's here. They tend to drive past it, and it is technically just a ruin, but it's got a lot of history. A lot of history based around somebody we know, somebody we've actually, funny enough, had in our pocket. Can confuse you now, isn't it? I'll show you a bit more when I get down there. Set my wife off ahead with the camera. Look at this. See that? Feet. Yeah, sent my wife ahead with the camera just so she can see what, take some pictures of. And if you look, I can understand why she's down there. Look at that. I may not be able to pick it up on the GoPro, but that morning mist over the water is beautiful. It's not like I can creep up on her, being 18 stone and not of light foot. Kate, heron on the bridge. Huh? Heron on the bridge behind you.
Yeah, but I don't want to disappoint you.
What?
You're going to have to be careful because there's lots of birds of prey.
Oh.
I was so excited because that little bit of tower of brick thing, one was sitting on there.
Oh.
Yeah, not
Okay.
nearer.
I can, yeah.
I don't know if you hear what Kate was saying there. There's lots of birds of prey over here. Hear them? Right over here. We will see. We'll see what we can get and what we can't. Obviously I won't fly if there's any birds of prey nearby me. Hello. What? What you got? You got something?
No, because you're too far away, but I will show you where.
Boring content for everybody I know, but you know. Hang on, I'll show you.
No, you're just sitting there on the.
Look at that. That's cool. So what's that lens? Go on. No, I'm like that to go and get the drone up, but now I've just heard the birds. I'm thinking to myself, probably it's a bad idea. They tend to be right over there, though. Well, I just won't fly too high then. Shot it. I was looking into sun, all that, but see part of the abbey over there. Right, I'm on upward. Most of this will probably end up on the editing room floor. Bit of a mess this morning. Got up in a blind panic at 5 o'clock in the morning. Got everything ready. Got out to the car. Windscreen's so dirty, so I don't use it for a couple of days. Took about 2 minutes, 3, 4 minutes to clean that. Be surprised how long 4 minutes feels like when you're actually trying to get on with something. Let's call it little spinny gate. Right. This is Waverley Abbey. Quaint little bridge over there. I'll show that on the way back. Isn't that sort of obvious? No climbing. For your safety, no camping, lighting of fires, barbecues, playing of ball games, playing of loud music, fishing without a permit, and litter. Doesn't say anything about drones, does it, ladies and gentlemen? No. Oh, apparently I'm not allowed to use the metal detector down there. So, fine. What's poo bags? People always leave poo bags here. I'm not being funny. The car park is like, you literally walk back down here, and it's right in front of the sun, but the car park's back over there. So, why would you not take the poo bag with you rather than leaving it here for anybody to come to see this beautiful abbey, which once was, but still is a little bit beautiful now, and then leave a poo bag on the floor? Obviously, tell we're in Britain. Standard graffiti. Cool. Information board over here as well. First time I came here, I think the kids were about 3 years old, maybe 4 years old. I was actually quite amazed actually how much the structure's actually left, given pretty much what's happened to it over the years, how the stone's been pillaged to build the house you can see over there in the distance, which is the Waverley Abbey house. And also it was pillaged to go to Loseley House as well, which I'll put a photo up now of.
Loseley House is situated within 1,400 acres in Surrey. It's been in the same family for over 400 years and more modern use. The current house was built by Sir William Moore, more or less at command of Queen Elizabeth I, who he was her personal friend and trusted advisor. The house cost over £1,640 to build, which in them days was obviously a lot of money. Most of the building stone came from the ruins of nearby Waverley Abbey, as you know, which was once destroyed by King Henry VIII. You can definitely see the connection with the colour and shape of the stone around the window frames.
Beautiful structure. So are these windows. Yeah, so it's a bit bumpy on the video. I'm a bit rough ground here. There is some, let me go through the other way. There is some plaques and things up about different objects of different buildings, and I'll mark some of them off as well. I was just talking about one of these. Look. There you go. Monk's Refectory. So you're going to pause the video now, give that a read for yourself. Have you guys watched the 28 Days Later film? It was filmed, part of it was filmed in here. It's actually filmed partly, well, in many places, but partly filmed in a place in Bratton as well called TRL, Transport Research Lab. I did actually some driving for them many years ago, about the time the film was actually being first filmed. They did a bit at the end where Manchester was on fire, and the taxi driver, forgotten the names, the taxi driver of the guy they met, he drove a taxi, let's say, to this location, and the gantry, as they were driving down, we were testing security for a product. I can't say what it is, but we were testing security for a product, and the overhead gantry, it was on the overhead gantry, and the bit where he's driving underneath it, and he stops outside and he looks up, and a crow drops a drop of blood into his eye, and that's when he changes. That's all part of filmed at TRL. There's a place where they drove the car down, basically down the outside of the field, comes all the way down here. And as it comes down here, they actually rested with the car and had their picnic.
Yes, that is Cillian Murphy, who plays Tommy Shelby in the BBC crime series Peaky Blinders. So best you subscribe.
By order of the Peaky Blinders.
And then there's a window. I'll show you the window, and I'm going to recreate one of the scenes. Yeah, I know, bit cheesy, but you're going to like it. So again, if you pause the video now, you'll be able to give this a read as well. This is the inside of the building here. I do love the way nature's taken this back though. Quite beautiful trees that the kids have been quite obviously climbing on, which I prefer the kids to climb on that rather than climb on a historic structure. You can see here on the outside of the building here. I take it those blocks that are inside, part of this here was part of the window, so you can see how sharp the tops of the bottom part of the window is. Imagine that's what that structure was. I bet that made a bit of a noise and it fell down or was pushed. There, you come around here, see what I mean by the back of those windows now. Quite solid lumps of block there. Right, I'll get the drone up then. Remember me walking down the path, I said to you that this place is famous for a number of things. It's actually a big house up there, which I'll put a better picture of and more history on in a minute. It's very famous for a particular lady. This lady, believe it or not, is, well, lady with a lamp. That should be a massive clue. Florence Nightingale. She attended this property, well, that property, the hospital up there. She attended that hospital in wartime. So there is a possibility, and this is only a bit of a reach, there's a possibility she could have walked around this very place where I am right now. I know famous people walk around in your footsteps all day long. It's amazing to think that the lady that was on the back of a £10 note could have walked around this property where we are right now. Another interesting part of the structure here as well. And Kate over there. Right. Quite interesting little things like this, look. The inside part of the structure still stands. And that's interesting to see, because you think a lot of this structure, as I said, has been pillaged and basically just eroded over time. See part of it there as well. Part of that line of structure, you can see it continues from this point over here and it follows all the way down that line. Again, if you pause the video here, you'll be able to see for yourself what that says. Got some really nice light here today. Some really nice light here today as well. So I'll try not to turn you towards the sun too much. But that's a full circuit. So I'll take you over to these bit over here. There's another information board over here as well. Right. Again, that's the Abbey Church. So this is the east side of the church, looking towards the site with the high altar. Again, if you pause the video here, you'll be able to read that for yourself. Interesting looking tree. I know it's just only a tree, but it's not only just a tree. When you loved to climb in that when you were a kid. Look at it. It's funny enough, it's actually incorporated into the wall there as well. So it's actually growing on that boundary wall. You see a bit of the boundary wall there on the floor, down in here. So big trees bound itself to that. Look at that. Don't build walls like that anymore. Well, I'm going to send the drone up because you can hear for yourself, it's quiet. It's really, really quiet. So there's nobody about, which means it's safe, but also more importantly, it's there's no birds. little things I walk around as well. Where we are now, really weird when you see things like this hole here. It makes you wonder what was in there. You chase the outside of the building there as it goes up. This whole place is a different colour. Also, it's places like this as well. Like what went on in here? Why is this all cut out? I'll tell you, a nice guy come over. Had a chat to him for about 20 minutes. If you are watching, hi. He was telling me all about a film called Into the Woods. Haven't seen the film, so wasn't aware about the building that took place in for it. But apparently, in here, on the outskirts of all this here, going all the way down, apparently he built a keep in there. So I need to now go and watch that film, because I wasn't even aware it was even filmed down here. Well, I'm going to go back over and go and see what Kate's doing, and I'll tell you a bit more about the history of the house as well, the Waverley Abbey house as well, and about the war effort, and yeah, just tell you a few more facts about it. Interesting facts as well that I wasn't even aware of, and we live in the area. Maybe brief, but that's your tour of Waverley Abbey. I'm going to go back see if Kate's taking any pictures of anything on the river at all. Beautiful day for it. As you saw when we turned up, plenty of mist on the water. Just caught up with Kate, and tell everybody what you saw.
Kingfisher.
A kingfisher. Saw a kingfisher. So one of those elusive birds that we've been trying to find for a long time, and apparently one just happened to just fly down the river past her. So did you get any shots?
Yeah.
You got some?
Yeah. I don't know if they're any good.
Okay. Honestly, no faith. Right, in other news, I have to be careful, there's a CCTV up here. Apparently it's an unsafe structure, but that's the Waverley Abbey house in the background over there.
In 1832, Waverley Abbey House was sold to George Thomas Nicholson, who was Florence Nightingale's uncle. Florence Nightingale was a frequent visitor to the grounds and often spent Christmas at the house. During World War I, Waverley Abbey House was turned into a military hospital, caring for over 5,000 wounded soldiers. In an astonishing testimony to God's goodness, not a single patient died during their stay at Waverley Abbey House.
That's the bridge that goes to it. Apparently it's unsafe. I think it's more to the point, I just want to try and keep everybody out. Yeah, right. I'm actually quite lucky there's no, well, I'm not quite lucky, it's quite lucky there's no fishing down there. No, not that fishermen aren't respectful, because they massively are, but I just think that it would spoil it, people down here fishing. Right, we're now going to disappear off to a cave, so I'll see a bit more when we get to the other end. I know, isn't it? Oh, bottle of water on me. Apparently, I didn't know this. No, I'm talking to the camera. Got the car. Apparently, flies. Sorry, distracted. Apparently, I've just been told. Tell me again.
What?
We have to walk.
We have to walk.
We have to walk. Hate walking. Do it for a living. Bloody walk more. Do you lock the car up? I'll go back and check just in case. Not that I don't trust anybody, but you know what it's like. It's locked. It's locked. It's locked.
I know.
She knows. Right. Onward and upwards. Take my life in my own hands coming out here now. Right. I'll see you guys in a little while. we get run over. Is that just a glorious sound? It doesn't make me want to go for a wee like it does some people either. Odd, you are, all odd. Cross over the road. Run over. Oof. Amount of times I've driven around Matt's corner, just like that car has there. Look at that point at me. What? Honestly, she's like a mother, isn't she? Right. Amount of people. No, I'll start again. No, I'm not being fun, I'm just being funny. What? Oh, I know, it's fine. Very nice of you to mother me. Or was it? Cross over now. Amount of times I've driven round that corner down there and not realised actually how nice that weir is. It is nice. Yeah, but I'm looking where I'm going, which is unusual. Right, walk up to the caves. I'll see you when we get up there. Go down here. Tree that swallowed that stone up hole. There's a graffiti. That's one thing I've noticed in Surrey. Wherever you go, there's always trees covered in graffiti. But no naked ladies. That might mean something to you if you've watched the previous video. I'll leave a link in the description for the last one. Go and watch it. How far is it?
Not too far.
Not too far, she said, but it's miles away. Oh, hello. It's here. Mother Ludlum's Cave.
Mother Ludlum's Cave is a small cave in a sandstone cliff on the Wey Valley at Moor Park near Farnham. The cave is subject to a number of local legends. A spring rising up within the cave is recorded around the 13th century. A monk named Simon was credited for identifying the spring as a suitable water supply for Waverley Abbey in 1218 after the original source had dried up. The cave had been naturally formed by the spring, but had definitely been enlarged by the monks as they made it into a grotto during the 18th century, further enhanced by the addition of an ironstone arched entrance, possibly during the reign of Queen Victoria. The cave was explored and surveyed around 200 foot long in 1945. It's now 192 foot long after a recent roof collapsed in 1961. After doing some research, Ludwell can be traced back with the Celtic language. It means bubbling spring. Mother Ludlum's Cauldron is in Farnham Church. The cave was long associated with the legend of Mother Ludlam, who was supposedly a white witch who lived in the cave. The simplest version is Mother Ludlam would loan utensils, one of which was a large cauldron, which was borrowed and never returned. She became enraged with the borrower. Scared by anger, she sought refuge in Farnham Church. The cauldron associated with the legend remains in this church to this very day. There are large metal gates that are put across the front of this cave, mainly to protect the wildlife. The cave provides a roost for a variety of different bats. Natter's bat, long-eared bat and greater horseshoe bat.
Go have a look. Oh, it's wet. What?
I've seen pictures that I thought it was like very small, like little, like that, not like that.
Who have you been talking to? Yes? Light it up! It's a cave, it will be eerie. Let there be light. Oh, there is light.
As you can see, or, well, can't see, the cave is absolutely pitch black, even with a mobile phone torch, because it goes in so deep. So we decided just to have a little bit of a look to see what we could see from the outside. We carefully backed away so not to disturb the bats. That was our main priority.
Can't actually see much. Well, there you go. Ooh. Nearly. Nearly.
Where's the other one?
That I don't know, but you can see, which I suppose is why you can't get up there. Up there is another cave. It's the one next door to it. So you can understand what this is, a water source that the monks identified. Quite a bit documented online about this place, so I'll put some stuff up on the description, or down in the description. God, my mouth today. put some stuff down in the description about this particular cave. Again, not many people know it's here. We seem to find things that obviously it's here because there's a sign to it and there's the cave, but not many people know. See what I mean? Not many people know it's actually here or spend the time to actually come up and actually look. But this is nice. I like it. I could live here. Mother Ludlum's cave. Right. Go and see what my better half has got to now. Probably taking a picture or something, no doubt.
We decided to walk back towards the car after having an exciting day exploring around Waverley Abbey. Did notice this interesting postbox, VR, Victoria Regina. Regina being the Latin name for the Queen, denoting the Queen Victoria was the monarch at the time the box was installed. Quite rare to see these now.